So just talk to me a little bit about what we're doing today.
So what we're doing is we're working the Rimfire, dropping water, working with Cal Fire. We got a helicopter manager on board that operates a special radio, fire radio, and he's talking to the guys on the ground. We'll get in contact with the guys that are on the ground and basically find out what their needs are and where they want us to drop the water. We've got a Bambi bucket underneath the aircraft that holds about 460 gallons of water, and we'll pick it up from a dip site, whether it be a lake or a pond, whatever we can get the water from that's fairly close to the fire, and we'll drop the water where they need us to put it to cool it off. No, not really. I mean, we do the best we can, but for the most part, it's the ground guys that are putting out the fires. We're there to support them. Sometimes there's spots that they can't get to, or just spots that they need us to cool down that helps them basically assist them in putting out the fire. But for the most part, it's the ground guys that are putting out the fires. The H-60 helicopter, we're able to lift a fairly heavy payload with the bucket. With a full bucket of water, it's about 4,100 pounds. So we're able to get a fairly large amount of water in a confined area. You know, able to get down through the trees that can cool off the areas, like I said, where the ground guys need it. So H-60 is a great platform because we're able to pick up that much weight and haul it in those distances. It gives us we've got about 2 hours worth of flight time with the fuel that we've got, so we're able to stay on scene for a pretty good amount of time and get as much water on the fire as we can. Oh, it's great. I mean, that's one of the cool things about our primary job is combat search and rescue. So we've got our wartime mission, but one of the cool things that I like about being in the Guard is the fact that we've got these state missions that we do, is anywhere from civil search and rescue to working on the fires, and just anything that we can do within the state to do some good. It's a great mission. It's really rewarding.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Nope.
Okay, good.
Today we just headed out to the north end of the fire. I believe it's more of the head of the fire. There's some bucket drops, pretty intense smoke flying through. Helped out some ground guys, had some hot fire down there, just help them cool off, put out some fires down there for them. During the bucket drop, I sit in the back, and I'm the guy that releases the water. Basically what we do is we try to line up with the fire manager. He coordinates with the ground crews as far as where they want to go. I try to get them in my line of sight. Once we're all on the same path, give a quick countdown, release the water. Once the water falls, try to get an idea of where the water hit. So if we need to adjust fire for next time, we're able to get that and adjust fire and just keep hitting the fires. Keep hitting where they need us to hit.
Involved in that at all?
Yes, I'm fully involved in the fill-up. Basically, the whole thing is to keep the bucket centered under the aircraft. So I'm guiding the pilot in, and when we hit the water, sometimes the pilots don't have a reference of where they can see it, where the aircraft's going. So I'll call their drift, I'll let them know when the bucket's full. Sometimes the bucket may not hold the water, so we have the pilots know that, so they get back down and get some water. Call them when they're clear up from the water and give them a clear to forward flight, and go from there, head out to wherever we need to go. Well, combat is more of it's completely different aspect of combat versus doing the fires. When I was deployed, it was more of a clear aircraft and we look out for bad guys. Here, it's you clear the aircraft, but your main thing is making sure the aircraft's safe and the bucket is working properly. So it's a different beast. There's not as much radio traffic when we're out there overseas versus here in the fires. You got tankers flying around, you got helico flying around. We have other helicopters, from civilian helicopters to also military helicopters, and all that's different radio traffic along with the ground crews. Well, got my civilian job, work security for Boeing in Seal Beach, then just home life, and then here, and then fires. So it kind of does feel like you wear different hats. To where I'm at home, I'm a family man, wife, 2 kids. Then when I go to work, it's
It's work, civilian job. It's dealing with civilians, which is different than dealing with military, because they might not understand some of the things, some of the terminology you may use. And then here, it's in aviation. This is what I love. I don't really consider this a job. I consider this my pastime, my hobby. It's flying a helicopter, go fast, do crazy stuff, do some cool things. Get to come out here and fight fires, something I never thought I would ever do. But now I'm here dropping water on fires, helping out the firefighters. It's just good. It's good to be part of something. And the state I love is California, so it's good to help out this state and to be in the National Guard and say, hey, I'm in the California National Guard and we help fight fires. We help do things for our state. We just don't drill 1 week in a month and 2 weeks out the year, but we're actually there to help and just to help out the state itself. So I feel like we contribute to this state instead of just doing our 1 week in a month, 2 weeks a year, and just wait for someone to say, hey, you're going overseas now. To me, it's something that's very respectable and something I'm proud of.
My name is John Zuniga, fire captain with CAL FIRE, currently assigned in the Tuolumne Calaveras unit known as TCU at Columbia Helibase as a heliTAC captain. And the fact that basically this is my first year as a Guard manager, working with the Guard as a CAL FIRE captain. And the program is very important as far as large fire support and emergency services within California is where we work in our jurisdiction with CAL FIRE. The aircraft provide an immense support on a drawdown of resources when the CWN and exclusive use aircraft are in other western states fighting fire or committed on incidents within Region 5 California. The Guard provides a definite need and assistance on that heavy fire, large fire support role mission. Water dropping, passenger troop shuttles, and we have a rescue ship currently stationed at Mather with paramedics and hoist capabilities. So the strategy behind utilizing the Guard for water dropping missions is to cool the fire so that the ground crews can get in there and physically work next to the fire line. That's direct line construction on the fire, which is our current mission. We had several spot fires we were working with some hotshot crews, working direct with people on the ground, directing the drops in right where they need them to cool the fire. The fire's burning very intensely, heavy wooded areas, heavy timber. Second year of drought in California, the fuels are very dry. We're getting complete consumption on the fuels. So the aircraft are used to slow the fire spread as well as to cool the fuels and knock down the flame links so that the ground troops can get in there, whether it's dozer or hand crews to get in, and even been helping with some hose lays as far as dropping water to cool. There's just so much fire out there. That's what the aircraft are being utilized for. Role today has been large fire support on the Rimfire, which is currently over 192,000 acres. It's in the counties of Tuolumne and Mariposa County, currently burning out towards the Yosemite National Park. Yeah, currently at the head of the fire, there's numerous spots. It's a very smoky environment. We ran 3 Guard ships in a flight out to the incident and married up at Cherry Lake with water. Went into the incident down Cherry Creek and we're helping support some hand crews and dozers that are doing direct line construction. This fire is currently, I believe, in the top 5 or 6 right now of acreage burned in California. With that, it's also had one of the largest acreage per day burned with the fires we've had in California.